Hi, I'm Esme Strathcole, one of the editors at MediaWrites, and I'm here with Danielle Van Lier from SAG-AFTRA to talk about deepfakes and how they're impacting the media and entertainment industry. So Danielle, could you just start by telling us a bit about your background and your experience in this field?
Yeah, so I'm Assistant General Counsel for Intellectual Property at SAG-AFTRA, which is the world's largest actors union, and we represent actors, broadcasters, other on-screen talent in the entertainment and news industry. And deepfakes has been a big issue for our members, and so I've been very involved in researching it. And recently, as part of a graduate program I just did at University of Edinburgh, I did even further research on deepfakes for my dissertation.
So could you start by telling us what deepfakes are and how technology is used to create them?
So deepfakes are at the intersection of artificial intelligence, automation, and falsification, and they're basically falsified videos and audio recordings created using artificial intelligence. The technology behind them is called generative adversarial networks, and it basically pits two artificial intelligence networks against each other until they gradually refine the images that they're creating. And basically what they do is they gather source photos and videos often from around the internet, and will be used to generate a fake audio or video of another person from that content.
So what are the potential risks of deepfakes, for example, in journalism and business?
So the primary risks in those couple of fields are disinformation and also fraud and potentially blackmail. So with disinformation, it's very easy for somebody to create a fake video of a public figure saying or doing something they never actually said or did. And it can be used also in place of, say, a business email compromise, where a fake audio of a business executive could be created to induce them to send money to a fake account that basically to embezzle funds from a business.
So can technology help detect and prevent harmful deepfakes, and do you think it's up to the job?
I think technology alone is not going to be enough, but there's a lot of research being done into how to prevent and detect deepfakes. But as soon as a new technology is developed that it detects them or blocks them, the deepfake creators find a way around it, and the cycle perpetuates like a chess game.
And how are online services responding to disinformation and deepfakes being shared on their services? Do they need to do more to prevent it?
Well, the online platforms pretty much around the world have some form of immunity from liability for their users' conduct. So their incentive to do stuff is limited, but they are here in the UK at least, there is the potential that if they are involved in the creation, if they're not solely a passive conduit, that maybe there is an argument for liability there. From what I've seen from my research, the UK is near the forefront of addressing this, because there is, with the online harms white paper recently and the studies that are coming from that. So I hope to see it going further in the near future.
And what are the potential positive applications of this technology in media and entertainment?
So there's a lot of positive applications for the technology. It's not the technology that itself is harmful. For instance, it can be used in post-production. It can bring to independent filmmakers the kind of technology that Hollywood has to put people into video. It can be used for foreign dubbing to sync up audio with the facial movements. It can be used even in education as well, where you can have a painting come to life, and it can be used in disability assistance, where you can replace somebody's voice and allow them to speak in their own voice when they have lost their ability to speak.
And is there anything else that can be done to help prevent harmful use?
Well, I think there's a few things that are key. I think for education of in general is really going to be important to spot deepfakes. The media can do a big service as far as making sure that they're not spreading deepfakes. Businesses should train their employees to know how to avoid falling for it, just like any other cybersecurity concern. And, PR teams need to be trained to respond to them. And ultimately, I think we need to do a better job of critical thinking when we are faced with content that is problematic. And I think there needs to be some ethical standards for those creating these technologies.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm sure we'll all be watching developments in this area.